triple-double, Tavion Kinsey, third straight game, 20-plus points, 5-plus assists. And that is Cam Kirkman's unofficially fifth game with 5 three-pointers or more.
I think that was his highest point production, too.
Yeah.
And he had 9 assists, didn't he?
Yes, sir.
That's pretty good. It beat my stats when I played. Don't tell everybody. Everybody thinks I was good. They forgot a lot. Great game. A lot of energy in the crowd and the players. And good chance to showcase Marshall, not just our basketball team, but our fan base and how we run an operation. I want to thank Brad Smith for being there and Christian Spears for all that they do. Support this program. Got a bunch of good kids that will represent the school well, whether they're playing, talking to the public, or going to school. You can't beat that, and I hope it just continues. That's it.
What do you say about the ball movement tonight?
Really good. We might not have too many teams that'll spread the floor defensively the way they did, because we have players you can't do that to. One, they're long and they're big, and you got Mike as a release. He turns and sees things, and you got Tavion and Andy, and then Cam can stretch the floor like he does. And if I put Jacob in there, you really have 4 point guards, because Jacob's kind of a point guard. You have 4 point guards out there with a big man, and it's hard if you spread the floor and let them play defensively. If they run a little run and jump, and we get an angle with the ball driving at them, we finish pretty good. So, I don't know how many times we'll see that. Maybe not again. I don't know. But that's the way they play, and I'm sure Jay does a great job with them. And they're a good ball club, don't get me wrong. We called them a tough time, but they're a good ball club, and they'll be accountable. We'll have to be accountable to them when we get on down the road in the tournament. I don't think we would see them again unless it was in the tournament. I think that was a one-game deal with them.
Defensively tonight, it seemed like Jacob Connor was just about everywhere. 4 steals. And how big of a defensive presence was he?
He's a big defensive presence, and he does a lot of things you don't see. He covers for people a lot. He makes the right switches. He makes the right reads as to when he should take somebody's man who got beat or something like that. He does a great job. Then, like you say, he had 4 steals. But he gives you a calming presence, too, offensively. He's easy to find. You can pass him. He always makes pretty good, smart passes. Did he have any turnovers? I don't think he probably did. In most games, he doesn't have a turnover. And he's just a smart basketball player that's only going to grow every time he plays and gets extended minutes. 2 games ago, I told him I was going to extend these minutes, so get ready. I thought he hit a little freshman lump or sag, and then talked to him. I said, I'm not going to take you out. I'm going to increase your minutes. So get yourself ready, and he's done everything he can to be ready to play.
Another one of those timeout explanations, 41-38. You get time, game restarts, over.
Yeah.
Is that something you ingrained?
Well, I told my assistants to remind me if we got timeout, make sure I use it. But timeouts are important. I'm a little bit John Wooden. I'm a little slow with the timeouts. I know that all my quarterback coaches, they'll say I'm too slow, but that's easy said. If it doesn't work, it's hard to say if it works. Yeah, I mean the other way around. Excuse me. Say, what is what is, huh? Yeah, it did. No, it did. It worked. The next time it may not. I don't know. I think it's mostly, you want to look at the coach. And I told my assistant coaches, I said, y'all spend too much time scouting the other team. I said, you want to be a good coach, you teach your kids how to play. Get on the floor with them and go recruit. If you can teach kids how to play your system and work with them and give them confidence about playing and go recruit. Mike did that to me my first year. I tried to get there, and I was out of high school, first scout. Man, I spent hours, and I'm sitting there. We were living together out in L.A., and he goes, Phoenix, and he goes, what are you doing? I said, well, I'm getting ready for the game. I got the scout. And he says, let's go eat. And I go, what? Come on, Mike. I said, I got to have my stuff ready. He says, do you think I'm going to look at you and ask to call timeout or win? So what you know doesn't matter. He said, let's go eat, enjoy ourselves, get out there on the floor next morning, get those boys ready to play, and we're ready to go. And, you know, I kind of take that philosophy. It's, you know, sometimes coaching's way overblown as to how you affect winning. I do think coaches affect losing. And if you're not running a good practice or getting the kids excited about playing together, that's the coaching part. The timeouts and the plays and the squiggly lines I like to draw, you know, they help. We did get a good back door on Andy, which was right there. That was coming out of a timeout. Of course, Tavion made a hell of a play pass, or it wouldn't have worked. But, you know, good players make things work. And what was it? I said this one other time. I think the UCLA coach said it. And he goes, one disgruntled fan said, you going to teach him not to turn the ball over? He said, the best way I know to do that is get a good player because they don't turn them over. So, you know, that's kind of, I enjoyed it. We had a great crowd. It was fun. I hope y'all enjoyed it.
Did you high-five Tavion on that back door?
Yeah. Well, he knew that I called it and put him up there, and he was really, and that's why I love these guys. You know, they appreciate our fan base. They appreciate the school. They appreciate our assistant coaches and coaches. And it's like I told them, we're all in here trying to win this, fellas. Ain't nobody. I'm trying as hard as I can. You're trying as hard as you can. And Creighton, who you know, hadn't played very much, I said, you got to try as hard as you can and stay within your roles. And if everybody accept that and play as hard as you can, we got a good chance of having a great season. So far, so good. We just got to keep rolling.
So is this the best transition from a practice to a complete game, I guess? Because you said you were talking about, you know, it's not what you do with the timeouts and whatnot. It's more about
Yeah, I think, well, that's what John Wooden always said. He said, you know, you do 90% of your coaching in practice, and about 10% on the game. So I'm a great believer in that. If you come to watch our practices, we tried to pep it up and take a little pressure off of them. We play music and we were shooting, and, you know, and just enjoying being on the basketball floor. And I think you could see the enthusiasm. Now, we got to turn it around and come back on Saturday against an old foe. And Jeff plays a tough style, you know. It's different. It's a little more tighter. They're not going to press us down the floor and open the floor up, so we're going to have to find shots the old-fashioned way. But we can play that way. We've done it before. So I'm not – again, it's not about what they do. It's about what we do. We just got to play well. We can't shoot better. We got to shoot free throws better. And we've got our three-point shooting is 32%. We should be shooting 38. We're a 38% team. That's where we should be. And I think we'll eventually get there. So.
Sold out Saturday. How fun is that going to be to play in front of a crowd that's even a few more people than we had tonight?
Well, I always said my biggest quote was, I would rather lose in front of 10,000 than win in front of 10. You know, at least you know you're part of what's happening. With the 10,000, ain't nobody care what you're doing if you're there with 10. So I know all these, you got to win, put a game face on. I know they'll say, oh, see, he doesn't care about winning. Oh, he is. No, it ain't that. I'm a competitor. I want to win. Believe me. But it's a lot more fun in front of a sold-out house. And I appreciate the fans and, again, what our administration's doing to promote that and get that done. And it's going to make us better. It's going to make our program better. It's going to make our school better. People want to be here. You know, and that's important to me. It's important that it's not just the basketball program. I preach to my kids, be a part of this college scene. Enjoy it. It's going to go by real fast. And my coaching career's gone by fast, and that's older than Chuck. So, you know, I know how old that is. Jesus Christ. But anyway, it was fun. I appreciate y'all coming. It was fun.
Any more? Got a text really quick. Unofficial student attendance was 576. So for the Thursday night, that's pretty good.
Really good.